Hi everyone, it's Jill Foster here for Penny Black, and it's an exciting day today. We get to reveal that marigolds are our new flower of the month. So just a reminder, if you're new to our flower of the month kit starter, consists of two stamp sets that can keep you engaged and excited in your hobby without overspending or having too many choices when you sit down to craft. It's a very flexible kit starter. You can mix and match with your stash. So each month we use the same formula to build our kit using the kit starter stamps, those two new stamps, along with previously released never going out of style penny black stamps. And I'll show you what is in my kit this month in just a moment. And this kit is commitment free. So our kit starter program does not require any long-term commitment or yearly sign up. You just see what the new flower of the month kit starter stamps are each month when we introduce them, like today, and you decide if you'd like to purchase. It's really just simply month to month floral fun and inspiration. So what is new this month? This month is all about the marigold. So this is the first of the two stamp sets, marigolds, and it does have the cutout available. And the holder, so we have the flower, and then our holder stamp set is Pretty Planter, and the Pretty Planter cutout is also available. So here's a look at those. I am so excited to be having marigolds as the featured flower this month. I love this vintage sort of flower show ticket that's included here. Really great sentiments, leaves that you can stick in, and then this planter. So we've got the flowers and the holder, and you can keep mixing and matching these with previous month kits as well. So adding different flowers into different holders and switching that up. Now, like I said, I am super excited to have the marigold featured, and I love sort of the whimsical style of these because marigolds are one of the two flowers I can keep alive. So I snuck in here pictures of my little container garden. This is from last year, and as you can see, I love planting marigolds. It's a full sun area, and it is about all I can keep alive. This was at the beginning of the summer last year. So I would love to know, do you plant marigolds in your garden or in your pots? It's such a hardy plant, and I just think they're so pretty. You get this bold color and these big, strong blooms. So thank you for letting me sneak in my pictures, and I would love to know about what you're planting in your garden this year. So now back to our kit. Here's how I like to build a kit each month using those kit starter stamps and what's in my stash. I pick out a frame or a background die. I'm using ribbon stackers, an embossing folder. I'm using all over stitches this month. A die cut sentiment, I'm using our friend die cut, and a die cut flower. I'm using our Daisy Delight this month, and then another die cut holder that I can put these marigolds inside. So here is a look at each of those. This is that ribbon stackers. And I just prep and cut a whole bunch of these in advance, and then I can stamp and paint my flowers and just have fun putting all the cards together. Here's a look at that embossing folder all over stitches. So all of these embossing folders that I pull for these kits, again, you can keep mixing and matching them, and they're really, really versatile. Here is that friend die cut. And then this is that Daisy Delight, and it's meant to go like along the edge of your card, but I love it because I can just crank a bunch through with one cut in my machine, and then I'll just trim them off of there, and I'm going to fill that up in that planter, that new stamp. And then this is from the Berry Basket die set. And I love this little basket. That texture, everything is just from one cut through on the die cutting machine. And as you can see, you can pop in those marigolds into that basket, and it just gives them a whole different look. So again, these are the kit starters, and you can see what I've pulled for my kit. Now each month, these are the essentials I have on my desk that I use with these Flower of the Month kit starters. So I've used these in past months, and I'll be using them again this month. The background basic stencil set, our posted and posted cutout, and the butterflies from our Soaring Creative die. Now, we're going to do something new this month. In past months, I've shown a lot of painting with these, but this month, I'm going to give you some card sketches. So, some ideas for what you can use for your kit starter stamps. So, here's the first sketch. This is our framed florals, I'm calling it, where you can use, like I've done here, that ribbon stackers die. I've put that embossing, and then I've put my flowers in front of that. So, it just gives a very nice white on white background. Now, I said something new this month as a thank you to all of you for all of your kind support, kind comments, and just your support of the Flower of the Month program. We're going to give you a free ebook download. So I'm going to put a link for this down in the YouTube description box. And once you click the link, it just pulls up in your computer like this. And it is a card sketches in bloom. And in this free ebook, it's going to talk about our kit starter set. And then there's going to be 7 card sketches. And there's also a QR code there that will take you to a playlist for all of our Flower of the Month videos. So here you can see there's that sketch I was just showing you and talking to you about, the card photo, and then more ideas for that same card sketch. So from previous months, I've used these sketches each month, and you can see the sketch with the marigolds and then more ideas with different Flower of the Month kits. So I just wanted to put all of this together for you, and going forward into future months, I'm going to keep revisiting these sketches. So it's a really fun starting place for your kit starter, but also for other floral stamps that you may have in your stash. Now in the ebook, there's also the sketch collection page. You can print that out if you use my envelope system for prepping, and I'll link to a video about that down below. That's a great page. And here I also have links to the previous kit. So up in the top right hand corner is where you can download that after you follow the link down below. So thank you so much. That is our gift to you. So let's keep looking now at these sketches and our marigold cards. This sketch I'm calling an embossed border. So over there on the left is a 1-layer design. Look at those marigolds. I used just a little bit of that ticket background stamp that's in this month's set along that left hand side for extra interest. And there again is that all over stitches embossing on the right. Now you know I love our posted stamp, and I love putting the flowers in there each month. So here's what I've done with the marigolds. You can see that little bit of that ticket stamping in the background again, and just a strip of that all over stitches. Every month I also like to make a 1-layer or nearly 1-layer card. So that's what I've done here. Now I did use an X-Acto knife just to cut a little spot where I could stick in that cute little seed or name sign. I know this has a name, I can't think of it. Here is a sketch for using a die cut sentiment. So cutting that large die cut sentiment and then being able to tuck in the flowers and just little parts with that die cut. Really fun. You could use that friend with any of our previous Flower of the Month kits too. Then pulling out that die cut holder or vessel from the stash. This is the one from Berry Basket. Filling that up with the blooms, and then I used our background basics to stencil that background. And then here we're using the kit starter holder or vessel with die cut flowers from our stash. And remember those daisies I said I was going to cut apart a whole bunch of those? There they are. This actually ended up being one of my favorite cards of the whole set that I made with the marigolds. So I thank you so much for watching today. I hope you'll grab your sketch ebook below. I've also listed and linked all of the products, everything that I'm using today down in the YouTube description box below. And I wish you lots of happy stamping.